I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is amaraslogic. Got a new video for you today. We are here to talk about what happened today with the Milwaukee Bucks organization and Mike Budenholzer. This day has been a long time coming. We have so much to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get started, y'all know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. Woo! Whoa! Hey, I don't know which one of y'all work for the Bucks, and I don't want to know, but somebody definitely in this chat is passing along information to the Milwaukee Bucks because I'm not even trying to be arrogant, ladies and gentlemen. I am just telling the truth. It's very interesting how all the things we talk about eventually come to fruition from this chat. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to know which one of you guys are the moles for the Milwaukee Bucks. That's none of my business. But just keep passing the information along so we can get the Bucks where they need to be, and where that is another banner in Fiserv form. Wow. We were just talking about this last night. Mike Budenholzer has been officially released of his duties as the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks as of today. We had no clue how long this was going to take due to unfortunate circumstances that was going on with Mike Budenholzer. But obviously, management thought it was time, and the time is now to get rid of Bud. And that lets me know that we are very serious about our replacement, and then being aware that Nick Nurse is available and other coaches will be available. So shout out to Horst, because Horst, you were on our list, sir. We were coming for you too, Horst. So shout out to you for hey, I don't want to be put out here on Front Street. Bud, you're my boy. You're out of here, bro. It was time, y'all. I understand. I saw Damian Lillard. Shout out to Dame, one of my favorite players. But what's going on in Bucks Nation has nothing to do with you, sir, until you put on that Bucks uniform. You have no right to say, "Oh, we're firing championship coaches now." You don't need to worry about what's going on over here. We know what's going on over here, Mr. Lillard, sir. And we know that we love Bud. Bud has done a lot. He did bring a championship to this organization. Shout out to him. But what he doesn't do is make adjustments, Mr. Lillard. And that's what you don't know, because you don't watch what goes on in Bucks games, nor should you. You're a Portland Trailblazer. That's the problem with some people. Social media isn't for everybody. Sometimes you got to think, then speak. That's the problem with a lot of people. You got to think, then speak, Mr. Lillard. If you were actually watching Bucks games, if you actually watched the playoffs, you will see that Bud was thoroughly outcoached, not just this postseason, but multiple postseasons that has possibly cost the Bucks multiple championships. That's not out of arrogance. That's not out of Bucks biasness. That's being real. You have the best record in the NBA 3 out of 5 years. You should have more than one championship. That's being real. And we can blame injuries and this and that. That's all a cop-out. At the end of the day, coaching hurt us more than the Giannis missing free throws, than injuries. Coaching hurt us the most because and the reason I say that, look at the Miami Heat. They had multiple injuries, but they had a coach that was able to sustain the team and make adjustments as he goes to keep that team competitive. Are we not being real? Is that true? I'm just saying, that's what happened, y'all. That's literally what happened. Y'all make sure to hit that like button when y'all come in here. Appreciate it, y'all. Like button is free, y'all. The like button is free. Appreciate y'all. I'm charged. So we gonna talk. So this is what we gonna do. We gonna talk about Bud first, and then we gonna talk about this Dallas Mavericks situation and what they're offering us, or allegedly offering us, to get Chris Middleton. That's what we on right now. That's what we on. But first, let's talk about Bud. Now, I don't think any of us anticipated Bud being released from his duties this soon. I don't think anybody thought that this would happen this soon. But like I said, this lets you know the seriousness of the Bucks and what they're trying to do. And I really think Giannis had a lot to do in some of his comments in the public about him possibly wanting to depart Milwaukee, where they're like, hey, we got to make some changes now. So shout out to the management. Shout out to Horst for making a change now. Now it's about getting the right person in here to do the job. We've been talking about multiple candidates in the chat. Let's go over some of those candidates. We got Nate McMillan. We got Nick Nurse. And the dark horse is Sam Cassell, which I probably like the most now thinking about it out of all three. will be Sam Cassell. I think will be a beautiful fit for the Milwaukee Bucks and what we're trying to do. He understands the city. He understands the organization. He was a great player for the Bucks while he was here. So I really think Sam Cassell would be a great option as a replacement for Bud. I'm elated. I had no clue the Bucks were gonna do this soon. Crazy. But let's see what's going on in the chat. Shout out to the chat. What's going on? Let's go to some of these comments real quick. My boy Kenny Matt said, hit that like button, y'all. Please do. Please do. Kenny Mack said, let the coaching search begin. Yeah, that's what we about to talk about. Big Ken said, yo. I said, yo, Big Ken, what's good, sir? Nabel said, what's up with y'all? We finally fired Bud. Nick Nurse, next head coach for the Bucks? I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see, bro. We gonna see. I know. I'm saying this. If we can Bud this early into the game, I'm going to assume that we're looking at a coach of Nick Nurse's caliber. And we wanted to make sure that we're aggressively looking for a coach now and not waiting till the end of the postseason where some of these coaches might have jobs already. That's just my personal opinion. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping in the comment section. Last Ghostwriter said, I'm so happy for a new voice. Bud doesn't make adjustments and he doesn't have a real coach's presence. I agree. I completely agree. Mike Urbanak said, I'm surprised they fired him. Me too. I didn't think it would happen this soon. Let me say that. I didn't think that they would fire him this soon. But like I said, this lets you know the Bucks have a plan. They wouldn't have fired him this soon if we didn't have a plan. Do y'all feel me on that? I really think they have a plan in place. Passamindo, I'm surprised they fired him so quickly. Me too. Lee Bruce said, had to happen, man. Absolutely. Max said, let's go. Yeah, let's go, Bucks. Let's go. Not trying to pacify anyone and doing what needs to be done and just ripping the Band-Aid off and getting it done. Shout out to the Bucks. Because y'all got to think, this is... Somebody mentioned it in the last live, and it really sat with me. I was thinking about it overnight. We didn't even get a chance to experience the Deer District this year. We got put out that early in the game, y'all. We got put out that early. We didn't even get to experience the Deer District this year. That was just the nail in the coffin when I thought about that. That was crazy. 801 Sleepy ZZZ said, hi, what up, bro? Passamindo said, what up, guys? What up, Passamindo? What's good? Brenda, what up, Brenda? Brenda said, woohoo. Yeah, it was time. It was time, ladies and gentlemen. It was definitely time. Patricia said, I said, yo. Patricia, I said, yo. What's good, Patricia? Good to see you in the chat. Passamindo said, red today. I like it. Just gonna switch it up from now, until I get everything situated. Appreciate that, Passamindo. Shout out. See, Patricia already on her. Bring on former Buck Sam Cassell. I think Sam Cassell will be an excellent option as a head coach. He's been an assistant for a long time, been a quality assistant. I've heard nothing about but good things from him from former players. So I think he would be an awesome fit for the Milwaukee Bucks. I think Sam Cassell definitely would be an awesome fit. Corey Malone said, bro, we seen this coming for real. Yeah, we seen it coming. I didn't know it was going to happen this fast. That was the thing. I didn't know that the Bucks were going to handle their business this fast. We gotta pay homage to the Bucks. This lets you know that this is a team that is serious about winning a championship again and is going to do what it takes to get another championship. Because we were concerned if the Bucks were going to be able to ruffle feathers and fire Bud with everything that's going on in his personal life. So for them to do this really has instilled, I think, confidence in the Bucks nation. And it also has let the league know, hey, it ain't about what you did yesterday. It's about what you did today. And today you wasn't doing well, so we got to get you up out of here. And with so many different quality coaches available, I think this was perfect timing for the Bucks to move on from Budenholzer. Again, this is not a Budenholzer, number 2 fest. This is just telling what actually happened and why Bud got fired and why we need a new voice in the organization as far as coaching. That's all we talk about. We're not here to just bash Bud. Bud, regardless of what he's done, has brought a championship to Milwaukee. We got to give him credit for that, y'all. We got to give him credit for that, y'all. Gary Foster said, I hear Sam Cassell's in the run. He better be. He better be. Lee Bruce said Grayson Allen and that 2029 first round pick, top 10 protected for Buddy Hill. Get that shit done. First round pick though for Buddy. I get it. Buddy Hill will be quality. The first round pick kind of concerns me a little bit, but I get it. He would definitely be an asset. Definitely be an asset. Sanju Tay said, now's for the roster to change up. Let's go. But there's definitely going to be roster changes. Like we said in the chat, they're going to get the coach first, then get the players. This was the first step. They had to get rid of Bud to bring in the new coach. Then we'll bring in the players. I'm telling y'all, they following the script that we're laying down here. That's why the communication between me and y'all is important, because somebody is seeing what we're saying. Again, this is not the biggest channel on YouTube by any stretch, but the impact is huge. I'm telling y'all, the impact of what we doing here is huge. Bucks Nation, we're making an impact because a lot of the changes that we want are happening. A lot of what we want is coming to fruition. So we need to continue to discuss what we want and our expectation from the Bucks, and I think that it'll get to who it needs to get to. Like I said, I know one of y'all work for the Bucks. Don't tell me, but I know one of y'all work for the Bucks. For sure. I'm almost 100%. Shout out to you. Gibson Nicholas, what's good? Get Nick Nurse to be our new head coach for next season. I would love Nick Nurse. I would love any coach that can make adjustments. That's the biggest thing. This is, like I said, I don't want this to be a Budenholzer bash party. All that the Bucks Nation wants is a coach that can make adjustments. That's all we're asking. Can you make adjustments? You see Jimmy Butler killing you for 2 games in a row. Can you please just double this man and force the ball out of his hands? That's all we're asking. We're not asking for you to do jump through hoops or complete tricks. Just do basics. We're just asking for basics, yo. You see this dude going off, double him. Throw a different defender on him. Just do something, anything. Bud refused to do that. That's why we're out of the playoffs, and that's why he's out of the job. Period. Kenny Mack said, why Phil Handy? Who is Phil Handy? I'm not familiar with him, Kenny Mack. Let me know in the comment section. Okay, Max said, I don't know. I'm kind of off on Nurse. Then who do you like, Max? Let me know who you like, Max. Brenda said Sam Cassell question. Yeah, Sam Cassell's been a quality assistant coach for quite some time. He was definitely a great player while he played for the Bucks. The year 2001, we got shafted that we should have went to the NBA Finals then. He was a part of that team. He understands the town. He understands the community. And we got much love for Sam Cassell for what he did while he was a Milwaukee Buck. And like I said, I've heard nothing about good things but Sam Cassell and his coaching. He said, Max said not to baby him. Agreed. Yeah, they had to pull the Band-Aid off, Max. Gary Foster said we should be on a 3-peat encounter. We definitely should have won. Okay, let's be real, y'all. Maybe not 3 championships, but under Bud's reign, we should have at least 2 championships, y'all. We should have at least 2. 3, I don't know, but I know we should have at least 2 championships that Bud threw away. He threw away. Nabel said Dame goes off on the Bucks after we fire Coach. But yeah, I don't know what Dame was thinking about. Like I said, sometimes Twitter fingers get away from people sometimes. His Twitter fingers were too active too soon. Trav414 said, I messed with Dame, but wrong on this one. Bucks did what they should have done. Yeah, and maybe Dame's mentality is why he ain't never been to the finals and why he's still important. In Portland, you worried about the wrong things. You're not thinking about long term. We have a 2-time MVP, sir. We have one championship, which means we have a championship caliber team. And the only variable that's been hurting us is coaching. We got to be real. Coaching and Giannis not hitting free throws. We got to hold Giannis accountable too. Giannis's free throw shooting has to improve. It has to improve. You can't be a 2-time MVP and shoot damn near below 60% from the free throw line. Giannis has to get in the 70% range for free throws. He has to. All he should be doing this summer is shooting free throws. We can't let him off the hook either. We can't let Giannis off the hook. He missed 13 free throws in a single game. It's crazy. Daniel Orton was good. It had to happen. Yeah, it had to happen. We knew it was going to happen. We just didn't know it was going to be this soon, Daniel. I'm just really proud that the organization acted this fast. Lee Bruce said, Giannis said he might leave. Yeah, after his contract's up, he might want to go to big market. But I think that was a threat to get the organization to make a move. That's what I don't think he really wants to leave Milwaukee, but he has to say what he needs to say to light a fire under the Bucks. And that's what he did, clearly. Just going through these comments. Hold on, Cologne said no Nick Nurse. Why no Nick Nurse, Cologne? I think Nick Nurse is a quality coach. He's a great on defense. He's great on X's and O's. I don't know why you wouldn't like Nick Nurse. I think he'd be an improvement over Bud. Can we be honest there? He'd be an improvement over Bud. Hold on here. Lee Bruce said apparently Dame retweeted a Photoshop of him in Giannis and Blazers jersey after we got eliminated. Funny feeling he got an agenda here, laughing out loud. Maybe he does. I didn't see that, Lee Bruce. That's interesting, though. That's interesting. Huh. How long ago was this? Mike Urbanek said they're going to give it to Charles Lee. Watch, it'll be the same as having Bud on the court. No. We're not doing that. Charles Lee is not going to be the coach, sir. No, not for no championship team. For your first head coaching job, not a championship team. No, sir. Cologne said Dame should come. Yeah, Dame should come here. If he want to win, this is exactly where Dame needed to come. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 414, Deer District, Fiserv Forum. That's where he should be. He should want to play in front of friends and family. Dame, don't you want a banner, sir? We have one. You want one? Come on down. That's it. We got room for you over here at Fiserv Forum. It's all friends and family over here, Dame. All friends and family. Come on down, sir. Come on down. We got a nice court. We'll put the blue floor on there for you. You can start shooting from half court or whatever you want to do. Come on down, Dame. This is where you want to be. Exactly, Daniel Orton. Exactly. This move lets you know the Bucks want to win another title. That's exactly what this move tells you, Daniel Orton. Absolutely. Lost Ghost Rider said nobody going to Portland. Dame tripping. Yeah, Dame was drinking some Flint, Michigan water today. I don't know what he was on. Dame was drinking Flint, Michigan water. He was wilding today. I don't know what's good. Oh, my boy R. Smith in the house. What's good? He said, what's good, chat? Came out of my mandatory darkness retreat to talk about this. Shout out to R. Smith. You know what? I know. And we missing Tish. I don't know where Tish is, but shout out to Tish. I know she was super upset after the Bucks lost. Hopefully she come back in the fold shortly. So shout out to Tish too. OG of the chat. Gary Foster said, is it me or did the Bucks look constipated on the sidelines? Dude, you wildin'. Gary, you wildin'. Come on, bro. You're wildin'. 801 Sleepy said Ime Udoka should have waited. Yeah, he should have, but he didn't know because of his situation if anybody else was actually gonna pick him up, bro. So let's cut him some slack. But yeah, I would have preferred Ime Udoka would have been the perfect coach for us. I agree. Trap 414 said, right as I was looking forward to being outside in the Eastern Conference Finals this year, Laugh it off. Right, bro. We got put up. We didn't even get a chance to sniff the Deer District is wild. That was a straw that broke the camel's back. Cologne said, imagine if we got Dame and Ime Udoka. Chip. That's it, Chip. Lee Bruce, why you doing a number 2 on Dante? Lee Bruce, Dante 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 5 from deep for Golden State right now. Fire. Come on, bro. Damn, you came in for no reason. Yeet said, no way, Bud got fired. Yeah, yes way, sir. He earned this fire. He earned getting fired this time. He earned it. He did everything he could to get fired. You can't be that hard-headed, stubborn, refuse to evolve, and expect not to get fired. How? I'm just happy the Bucks did it this fast. Bud get another job elsewhere. Yeah, he will. Bud is a good coach. He's just not a coach that you need for a championship team. He's a coach that you need for an up-and-coming team to get them on the right track. R. Smith said, as necessary as this may be, I'm not trying to tap dance on his grave. The man has more going on in his life that I wish on anyone. Agreed. That's why I said, R. Smith. I don't know if he was in here. I don't want this to be a bash party. This is just saying the Bucks did what they needed to do. We need to move on, and we need to talk about other candidates that would be better suited as the Bucks head coach. That's it. And like we said, Sam Cassell, Nate McMillan, Nick Nurse, Tyronn. No one said Tyronn Lue. I think if Tyronn Lue becomes available from the Clippers, he would be a great option. I think Tyronn Lue would be a great option. Adam Chicago boy, I know this sounds crazy, but what if we trade Middleton and picks and maybe Grayson for Jaylen Brown? That's a no-brainer. Whatever they want, we'll give them for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown would be a game changer for the Bucks. Another true, he's a true second option. I feel like Middleton is a good player. He's been an all-star, but he is a third option masquerading as a second option. That's my opinion. Y'all let me know if I'm wilding in the comment section, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Speaking of Chris Middleton, let's get into this real quick with Chris Middleton too. So y'all see what I got on the screen here. This is allegedly an offer from the Dallas Mavericks. Let me know if y'all would do this. Milwaukee Bucks would receive guard forward Tim Hardaway Jr., forward Davis Bertans, guard forward Reggie Bullock, 2023 first round pick, 2027 first round pick. Dallas receives Chris Middleton. What are y'all doing? Are y'all making this trade? Is this even a trade that you guys would entertain if you're the Milwaukee Bucks? Do you entertain this trade? Are you willing to trade Chris Middleton for an assortment of players, or would you prefer to go like all-star for all-star with Chris Middleton? Now, what I would say is this trade gives us depth. Tim Hardaway is solid. Bullock is a 3-and-D guy. You got a first-round draft pick in this year's draft, I believe, and then 2027. But is this enough for you to want to get rid of Middleton? Tim Hardaway, Reggie Bullock, and Bertans, unless you use these assets to trade to get someone else. You could possibly do that. So y'all let me know in the comment section. Is this enough for Chris Middleton? Or is it enough to get started, get Chris out of here, acquire these pieces and picks, and flip those for something else? What would y'all do? I don't know if this is... I feel like this is a nice haul, but I don't know if this makes us that much better unless we flip this into something else. So y'all let me know in the comment section. Gia said the new coach will be wanting a new roster. I'm not saying a new roster, but he definitely will want some tweaks to fit his coaching style. I definitely agree with that, and we've been talking about that in the chat. I think that the reason Bud got fired so fast is that we need to get the new coach in here so we can see what type of scheme he runs so he can get the right players to fit his particular scheme. I think that's why things move so fast with Bud. Look at Trav 414 and Horst we trust. Yes, right now we gotta give Horst his props. He pulled the trigger. He cut one of his good friends. That had to be difficult. We gotta be cognizant that Horst and Bud are good friends. For him to do this to his good friend lets you know how serious the Bucks are about winning. He just canned one of his good friends. Think about that, y'all. We got to take that in consideration as well. Horst canned one of his good friends for the betterment of the organization. That's letting you know all you need to know about where the Bucks are headed. Expect a lot of movement with the Bucks roster this offseason. This is just the beginning domino that needed to fall to get everything else going. We had to get Bud out of there to get everything else going. We had to. But we got to know that also we got to understand is this man on the screen is our only true asset that we can trade to get something back. Is this haul enough from the Mavericks, or are you waiting for other offers? Is this enough? Is this enough? Hardaway, Bertans, Bullock, 2 first-round picks. Is that enough to get rid of Middleton? And we also got to understand that 2027 first-round pick might not be enough. Might not be anything. We don't know yet. We don't know. So these are things we got to keep in consideration, y'all. Just going through the chat, man. Y'all are going in here. My boy Brandon King Carter, what's good? Go Bucks, go. Fear the deer. Glad the Bud is out of here. We definitely need to get a new coach or rebuild around Giannis. Our new head coach is Quinn or Nate or Steve. Okay, Brandon. Okay, shout out. Patricia P. She. Girl power. Let's get Becky Hammond. Honestly, I've heard a lot of good things about Becky Hammond. She's eventually going to get a head coaching job. You never know. I'm not against it. Like, again, man or woman, all I want is some coach that can make adjustments when things are going left and has a true offensive philosophy besides let it fly. Like, we have actual plays that we run. We see people cutting to the basket. I just want to see standard protocol from a coach. That's all I'm asking. If Becky Hammond can do that, bring her in. Just bring anybody in that knows how to make adjustments and understands the X's and O's and is willing to evolve as the game evolves. We also, to me, what we need to take in consideration for our next coach, it has to be a coach that is willing to play up-tempo. I think the coach needs to be up-tempo. Gibson Nicholas says Sam Cassell or Nick Nurse for the Bucks' new head coach. I'm cool with either one. Great comment, 801 Sleepy Z's. Marjan about to go off next season. Yes, he will. We will see a major jump, I guarantee, in Marjan Beauchamp from last year to next year. Or this year to next year. Watch what I tell y'all. Beauchamp going to be in his bag. It's unfortunate we couldn't get Bud out of there sooner because I'm a little upset that we got rid of Ward so soon. Because I think Ward would be great under a different head coach. Nabel said we need to trade for Kelly Oubre Jr. Kelly Oubre Jr. is a solid player. I don't think they would want too much because I think the Hornets are going to blow it up over there. So they got players available. He's definitely solid. Let's see who else in here. Let me get through everybody up in here. My boy Eli J said Nick Nurse is not the answer. Why is Nick Nurse not the answer, Eli J? We were talking about this earlier. You got to expand. You just can't leave a captivating comment like that without more details. Eli J, I'm looking for you in the chat. Kenny Mack said Nick Nurse is way better than Bud. Y'all trip. Oh, I agree. Oh, no. Hey, Kenny Mack. No. I think we're in unison that Nick Nurse is a way better coach than Bud. It's not even close. I think, yeah, it's not close, bro. It's not close. Foreign Times 2 said, Dame said also, said Jon Horst is wrong for getting a championship coach out of here over his first battle. This ain't his first battle. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what Dame was on today. Like I said, I don't know what he was on. He might have been drinking or something like that because he was saying some foolishness today. I was looking at him side-eye like, what are you talking about? Were you even watching any of our playoff games? Have you been watching the Bucks since Bud been here? He better knock it off. Or unless, I don't know, he's doing some Kansas City shuffle to try to make it seem some way, then backdoor and come to the Bucks or something. Travis 414 said, Giannis ain't joining no damn Portland. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, sir. That will never happen. That would never happen. David Jonas in the chat. What up, bro? He said, finally. Shout out to Eli J. We miss you, Tish. Absolutely. We got to find Tish. I'm going to go see if I can get Tish back in here. We do miss Tish. Absolutely. Shout out to Eli J. Mr. Cool, my guy, what's good? I want Nate McMillan. He's not a bad option. He's definitely not a bad option. Oh, Milwaukee Bucks, bro. You going to start something in this chat with this comment. I'm going to say it, but you going to start something. We could get DeMar DeRozan. He's very consistent. I agree. But they about to jump on you in the chat, Milwaukee Bucks. Be ready. Have your guard up. Philly shell, maybe. Philly shell. You better get the Philly shell going. They about to come for you, Milwaukee Bucks. Pasamindo said Bud would be good for the Spurs or Orlando, not a championship level team like us. That's it. That's it right there. That's it right there. Plain and simple. What Pasamindo just said is just what it is for Bud. Until he learns to evolve, that's what it is. He'll get another job with a young team. Brenda Ware said, I feel you on the Middleton thing. Yeah, I'm just being real. We just got to look at it and honestly, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Daniel Orton said, do that trade. What y'all think? Daniel Orton said, do the trade. Okay, Lee Bruce said, could flip those men and one of them in a lottery pick this year too. That's what I'm saying. Is that enough of a haul where we could flip that for a quality player? That's the real conversation. Yeah, battery. 1 second, y'all. Just get my battery action here, so I don't drop on y'all. There we go. All right. So, is that a big enough haul, y'all? Do y'all think that's a? Everybody that's in the chat right now, let's talk. Y'all make a comment. Is this enough for you guys to be okay with letting go Chris Middleton? I'm going to give y'all a minute to comment in the chat. Is this really enough to get rid of Chris Middleton? Would you guys be okay with this moving forward? Kenny Mack said, I take that. Okay. Gary Foster said yes. Shout out to Gary. 801 said yes. Take the trade. David Jonas said Chris is not the same player he was. Take the deal. But there's going to be people in the chat, David, that will say, oh, he needs a year or two to recover from his injury. And I'll counter that and say, we don't have a year or two. We got Giannis in his prime. We need to take advantage now. So this move was necessary. This move was definitely necessary. Okay. Patricia P says she doesn't like it. Okay. Fair, Patricia. Seven Z said it's business. It is. It is. 7Z, you got to let us know what you think about this trade. Hold on. Joe Town said, why Horst? Why Horst what? Why did Horst fire Bud, or why not Horst being fired? Okay. Nabel said it's not enough. Okay, there you go, 7Z. 7C said no, that's not enough. Middleton for Jalen Green. I take that. Jalen Green is a nice young player. Do you think he's ready, though, for the big stage? This is a playoff battle-tested team. Do you think Jalen Green would be ready for this type of environment and the pressure? But he's a good young player. Come on, bro. Don't say that. Giannis is going to want out in 2 years at this rate. Sheesh. No. We're doing this to keep Giannis. Middleton has run his course. And low-key, no disrespect, Drew, we watching too. Drew could get traded too, straight up. We need to get some gunners up in here. We need to move the ball fast. We need a true facilitator, and we need a true number two, a shooting guard is what I'm saying. So we doing what we supposed to. Zelos News said the great decision shook the league. Yeah, it did. It threw people off like, oh, they for real. Robert Brooks was good. Good to see you in the chat. Anything with Bertans in it is a capital no. Okay. Shout out. Shout out to Robert Brooks. Kenny Mack said Becky Hammond is a head coach for Las Vegas or assistant coach, Kenny Mack. Oh, Tim here, you made it in the chat. Shout out, bro. Shout out to making it in the live, bro. Shout out to Timothy. The Bucks owners and GM Jon Horst wasn't going to let Bud ruin Giannis's prime years in Milwaukee. They want a coach who can get Milwaukee right. Well said. Well said, Timothy. Well said. Okay, here we go. Here we go, 7Z. Here we go. If you want to play up-tempo, Drew has to go. Do you guys think that Drew is not capable of playing in a up-tempo offense? That is a great question because he does bring the ball up slow back to the basket, more of an ISO player. Would you guys be willing to get rid of Drew as well? I think we have to talk about that as well. Drew, I love Drew. He's getting older. He's talking about he's going to retire in 2 years. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. We've done what we can. We can do a full reboot, y'all. We can do a full reboot. We have enough. Look at Ernest Davis with a blast from the past. Ernest Davis with a blast from the past said Larry Brown. I think he's too old right now, bro. Mr. Cool said Giannis wanted Budenholzer gone. Who told you that? You think he really wanted Budenholzer gone? I don't know. What up, Eliza? Ain't seen you in a minute. Shout out to Eliza. Long-time supporter. So, who else gets the chop? I actually believe we should retain core 4. I don't know why y'all hate on Chris. He did his job. Drew is the most inconsistent piece, yet people are high on him. No, we're not. Hey, Eliza, that's not all the way true. We're just talking about trading Drew, too. Get rid of Drew and Chris. Get younger. Get faster. That's what we were just talking about, Eliza. No, we give Drew smoke too. We give Drew because he's not a true point guard. Drew is not a true point guard. He's a shooting guard masquerading as a point guard. I would prefer Drew at the 2, to be honest. 4 times 2. Yeah, if we're gonna play faster and be more athletic, we need a younger 3 and a D facilitator and get rid of Drew for a couple of pieces. Yeah, that's it. That's it. We gotta start being realistic. I know that we have a lot of love for Chris. We got a lot of love for Drew. But is it time to move on from those players and rebuild while we have one of the best players in the NBA? Y'all got to understand, like, we got to be real. Giannis is a top 75 all-time player to ever play basketball. It's thousands of people that have been in the NBA. We have one of the top 75 in his prime right now. We got to go all in right now and get the best possible pieces around him to win now. You don't have generational talents like that to just keep coming through the door. We don't want to go out like the Packers. The Packers had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks and only have 2 championships. We don't want to go out like that with Giannis. We need to have multiple championships while we have Giannis. He's too good for us not to put the right pieces around him and a system that fits his style. And Giannis' style is up and down. Like I said in the past, we need to run the scheme like the Sacramento Kings do. Getting up and down the floor, and you'll get open threes. You'll still get those looks, but it'll be at a pace where we're scoring more and be able to get back on defense. I'm telling y'all, if we get to this up-tempo style, we'll be a very hard team to beat with the right pieces. Very hard team to beat. Kenny Mack said Nurse knows how to adjust. That's a fact. Lee Bruce said, Giannis said we should have double-teamed P.E. Come on, bro. P.E.D. Butler. Sorry, Jimmy Butler. He said he wanted to guard him, too. This is shots fired at the coach right there. That's a fact. That's a fact, Lee Bruce. Those were shots fired. Absolutely. Absolutely. Eli J said, I heard Nick Nurse wear out his welcome at Toronto and wears on players. We need someone who won't wear on Giannis. That's fair. Where are those players mentally weak, though, too? Sometimes you need a coach to be tough on players. Are those players mentally weak? Everybody said that Thibodeau is too hard on players, but his teams get to the playoffs. They play good defense. We just need a coach that can come in here and get this team right, hold players accountable, and be able to adjust when things are going awry. That's it. A lot of players in the NBA are mentally soft now, so I don't know if I take that that comment with a little bit of grain of salt. Joe Town said Giannis isn't going anywhere. I hope not. I hope. Oh, Young Doka in the chat. I'm glad you made it, bro. What's good, Young Doka? Yo, what's good? Bud for Orlando. That's a perfect fit for Bud. Orlando Magic would be a perfect fit for Bud. Here we go. I told you when you mentioned DeRozan, they was going to come for you, bro. Mr. Cool said DeRozan ain't he 70. Come on, man. Come on, Mr. Cool. Shots fired. Mr. Cool, shots fired. Eli J said DeRozan is older than Chris. But DeRozan is better than Chris. Still. Adam Chicago Boy said, I think if available, Tyronn Lue would be a good fit. What do y'all think about Tyronn Lue? Do you guys think he would be a better option than Nick Nurse and Sam Cassell? How do y'all feel about Tyronn Lue? Do you think he's overrated, or do you think he's really a quality coach? What do y'all think about Tyronn Lue? Good comment. Good comment. Eliza Schaefer said, absolutely not. Okay, Eliza, I see you. My boy JT in the chat, shout out to JT. We always going back and forth. JT, what's good? Man, okay, all right. So you don't see any way that maybe, JT, we could flip those picks and players to get an all-star? You think that's not reasonable? Kenny Mack, I would do this trade. Brandon Ingram for Middleton, I'd do that trade. I'm definitely doing that trade. 7Z said no. Hardaway Jr. and Bertan are overpaid and the draft picks are useless. That's what my concern is. Those draft picks, are they really worth anything? Robert Brooks said not a good trade. It's like it's like splitting the chat. It's splitting the chat. Eliza Schaefer said, what did Chris do wrong? Tell me right now. It's not that he did anything wrong, Eliza. He's getting a little long in the tooth. Injuries. He's our only tradable asset right now, him and Drew, because we need to go more up-tempo. And I don't know if Drew and Chris Middleton are up-tempo players, Eliza. Not that he did anything wrong. What I will say about his tenure here, Eliza, is that Chris is inconsistent. He has a lot of ups and downs. Chris Middleton, to be your second in command, has never averaged more than 21 points ever in his career. We need an explosive second fiddle to Giannis. Chris Middleton would be great as a third option on a team. That's where I think Chris Middleton's ultimate fit is. He's not a Batman. He's not a Robin, but he's a great Alfred. I think Middleton would be a great Alfred on a team, but he can't be your Robin. He's just not explosive enough when you need him to be a Robin. He does it from time to time, but he's inconsistent. How many times have we seen Chris Middleton go for 30 and then go 4 for 14, 12 points? That's the problem with Middleton. Is this? It's a roller coaster. We need some consistency. That's all we're asking. I don't think that's wrong for us to ask for consistency and try to get it. And then also we got to take in consideration, Middleton is not a $40 million a year player. He's just not. If we want to keep it real, Bobby Portis might have more impact than Chris Middleton on this team. If we want to be for real. Ernest Davis, shout out to you. Chris was disappearing even in a championship run. Chris has his moments. Again, Chris helped us get a championship, and he has some explosive moments in the playoff. But it's too much up and down. Too much up and down. Think about this. Okay, let me put this in perspective for y'all. You look at LeBron and AD. Can you compare those two players to Giannis and Middleton? It's not even close. AD is tiers above Middleton. Giannis needs an AD. Not saying physically an AD like another 4, but a player of that echelon. That's what Giannis deserves. Middleton would be the third option on the Lakers. That's where he fits. He is a third option. We've been using him as a second, and that's why we've been coming up short sometimes, because he is a third option player. Period. Eliza said that's a terrible trade. Trade a healthy prime all-star for 3 nobody. That's what we're talking about, Eliza. Is this really a good trade? I just think I just know we need to trade him, but I don't think that those first round picks will mean anything. Yeah, I just don't know about those draft picks. Nelson Mandela was good. Good to see you, Amber. Been busy working with that Culver. All good. Glad you joined the chat. Shout out to the Butterburgers. I get those all the time, sir. Shout out to you, Nelson Mandela. Kenny Mack said we got to make Giannis happy to stay. Agreed. I think a lot of this was Giannis motivated low key. Mr. Cool said we really have dreamers. Jalen Green and Jaylen Brown not coming in no trade for Middleton. We'll see what happens in the offseason, because clearly Jaylen Brown isn't happy. And Middleton wouldn't be the worst move for them, because he would be a docile second or third option for them who wouldn't affect what they're trying to do in Tatum. Because Tatum, they're trying to make him one of the faces in the NBA and a superstar. And with Jaylen Brown there, who is clear to me is better than Tatum, it's causing friction. So maybe they would trade him for Middleton. It wouldn't hurt them. You know what I'm saying? Both teams would get what they want. They would get somebody that's not going to affect Tatum's stardom, and we get somebody that could run with Giannis. I don't think it's terrible. Kenny Mack. So she's the head coach for Vegas. Okay. Good look at Kenny Mack on the information about Becky Hammond. My boy Young Doka said Nick Nurse. He's getting a lot of support in the chat. Okay. Good looking, Patricia. Okay, Becky Hammond is the head coach for the Las Vegas Aces. Okay, got you. Kenny Mack said Drew can play up-tempo. I just want him gone, though. Damn. Joe Towns said Drew killed most of his trade value, coming out saying he's going to retire once his current contract is up. Yeah, that was crazy for him to say that. That was crazy. Eli J said Drew was trash. This was the worst playoff series that I've seen Drew play ever. The worst playoff series I've ever seen Drew play. This was terrible. Nelson Mandela said we need Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in our lineup. Get that man from OKC. OKC is going to want a haul for SGA, bro. They going to want a haul for SGA. He's a great player. R. Smith said, I'm not a fan for moving on from Chris. I don't think he was a problem this playoffs. But if you do trade him, he and Grayson Allen for Dame and move Drew to the 2. I think that works. We've been having a debate for the last couple of days about that actual scenario. It's half and half. Sanju Tay said Mark Jackson. I heard Mark Jackson is a lot to deal with as far as with management, and that's why he doesn't have a job right now. But yes, I agree. Mark Jackson is a great coach. Hold on. Kenny Mack said, I trade Bobby P and Allen and Pat for Grant? Grant who? That's a lot you've given up, sir. Grant who? My boy Gerard Tolliver. Let's go, Am. What's going on, bro? Good to see you in the chat. We just chopping it up, bro. Talking about this Bucks. Talking about Chris Middleton, if we should trade him for what's on the screen. Talking about Bud and who should replace Bud. Let's get it. Oh, my boy P in the chat. What's good, P? This is a pretty controversial decision, but I believe this is a step in the right direction. Now let's make some trades when the season is all said and done. Agreed, P. Agreed, P. Agreed. Uh-oh. Here we go. Gerard stirring the pot. Kuzma. This name has come up over the last week or two, y'all. What do we think about Kyle Kuzma? Would you trade Middleton for Kyle Kuzma? I don't think that's terrible. For obviously just not Kuzma, maybe some other throw-in players, but I like Kuzma. Brandon King Carter said, yeah, we definitely move on from Chris. It's time. I think it's time. Buck needs to, Gerard said Bucks need to go younger on the roster. Absolutely. That's the main thing we need to do is get younger. Joe Town said pass on the trade. Okay. I get it. Young Doka said Ty Lue is solid, but Nurse is better. I agree, but they in the chat saying that Nurse is a lot to deal with. I guess he's hard on players, so I don't know what effect that would have. Oh no, Eliza Schaefer with the crying emoji. We sorry, Eliza. We just trying to keep it 100, Eliza. We sorry. Gerard said Holiday said likely he will retire after the contract is up, so they have him only for 2 seasons. That's why we can move him. If he talking about retiring, let's move, Drew. Let's not even mess around. Let's move, dude. Here we go. This is a great comment. Turnover machine. Chris Middleton turns the ball over at an alarming rate. An alarming rate. We got to talk about that too. I love Chris when he's shooting, but when Chris is trying to dribble and create, it's a turnover waiting to happen. I got to the point where if he has less than 5 turnovers, I feel like that's a win for us, and I shouldn't feel like that. You getting 5 turnovers shouldn't be a good thing. And Chris Middleton is very careless with the ball, and his handles are very big doggish, very Glenn Robinson-like. Ersan Gopher said, Dame time. Well, I'm not against it. 7C said Middleton would fit with Luka in Dallas. He would. They just got to give us the right pieces back. Gerard said replace Middleton with Kuzma. I think it's possible. Jimmy Roller was good. Dame isn't happy about the Bucks firing Bud. He is tweaking on that, and I love that. Yeah, he's definitely tweaking. He's definitely tweaking. I agree, Jimmy Roller. Dame was tweaking. I don't know what he was on. 4 and 2 times said, what if we could steal Rui Hachimura from the Lakers? He a sleeper with hella potential. What y'all think? I think that would be a good pickup. And I don't think that would cost us too much. I think Rui Hachimura has a lot of upside too. Great comment of 4 and 2 times. Great comment. Eliza said, Drew does the same thing though. Drew and Chris just not consistent. But how much of those inconsistencies could be improved with coaching changes? What do y'all think about what Eliza said? She's making sense. That's a good point. That's a good point, Eliza said. Will the right coach be able to change the way Drew and Middleton play if we had to keep them? Daniel, come on, bro. Why you do that? Chris turned the ball over more than Taylor Swift new boy. Come on, fam. Shout out to Daniel Orden. Shout out to Daniel Orden. Miss hasn't been the same since his injury. Yeah, Middleton hasn't been the same since his injury. Agreed, Patricia. Agreed. Mr. Cool said, I don't care about Dave being mad about Budenholzer from a guy who's never won in Portland. Like I said, I don't know if Dame didn't get the proper sleep. I don't know what his issue was, but he had no right to interfere in Bucks Nation business. It's not his place to speak. We trying to get you over here in front of friends and family at 5-serve forum, and you talking reckless from the sideline. We got banners over here, bro. You don't need to worry about what we do. We obviously know what we're doing. We got a banner. It ain't no banner in Portland. Portland ain't won nothing since Bill Walton. Well, since Bill Walton had 2 good knees is the last time that the Portland Trail Blazers won anything. So he needs to knock it off. Daniel was wild for that. David Jonas said Daniel laughing out loud. Yeah, he was wild for that. Eliza said, you guys are talking about rebuilding an excellent team. That means years of work, building new chemistry and relationships. We don't need a rebuild. We have an excellent team. What I'll preface with that, Eliza, I get what you're saying. Look at the Lakers, though. They overhauled their damn near whole team mid-season. And now they were out of the playoffs, did all those trades, getting rid of a Hall of Famer and Russ and all these players, and now they're in the playoff and they're already 1-0 in the second round. So sometimes you need to make drastic changes. Is all I'll say. But you have a great point though, Eliza, and also about the coaching. Shout out to my boy 78 Sports TV. He's away and is still chiming in. Shout out to 78. If Chris was making 10 mil, I would say keep him and bring him off the bench. Max money is too much. Salute Amara in the chat. Salute to 78. My boy 78. Daniel Orton co-signing you 78. Right 78. Shout out to him. Ursan Gopher said Middleton is too slow. He lost a step since the injury. Gerard said it's going to be a complicated this summer for the Bucks. That's what we all been saying though, Gerard. Like, it's going to be a very, very interesting offseason for the Milwaukee Bucks. Extremely interesting. Because we're going to have to make hard decisions. We're going to have to make hard decisions on Chris Middleton. We got to make hard decisions on Brook Lopez, which nobody mentioned. And we need to make a hard decision on possibly on Drew. Those three players are going to say how it's good. What we do with those three players are going to let me know what we're doing moving forward as far as with this team. Robert Brooks said Dame would have to do some explaining to Bucks Nation once we trade for him this summer. Yeah, he got to apologize to Bucks Nation. He wilding. He definitely will have to have an apology. 7Z said the Celtics would want Drew, not Middleton. Interesting. Okay. R. Smith said, would Middleton be willing to take a pay cut? I don't know. That's the $1 million question. We just can't pay him $40 million. He's not a max player. That's what we're saying. I would say Middleton $20 million a year, maybe 25, 3 year, $65 million or something like that if he wanted to say. But he can't be getting no 30, 40 million. I'm not going for that. I'm just not going for that. Oh, yeah, I forgot to add. Ingles can be out of here, too. He can't play defense. He's slow. Yeah. Ursan Gopher. Plus, they had Joe Ingles to do passing, and he's slow. Yeah. Ingles, we can get rid of him, too. He can be up out of here. I'm cool. Oh, look at this name, y'all. Gerard Tolliver said Frank Vogel. He's a very solid coach, too. Very solid. Oh, 17 said Jeremy Grant. I think that's too much to give for Jeremy Grant. Grant and Portland, I think that'd be too much to give up. We would need more than that. Nabel said yes. Four times two said Kuzma and Kristaps. They not gonna do that now, bro. You wild. They not gonna do that. It's gonna probably be one or the other. They not gonna give us both. I would want that, but they not gonna give us both. Milo Moss, what up, what up? I think you new to the chat. Salute, salute. Appreciate you coming through. Why was nobody mention Mark Jackson? He built the Warriors. We did mention Mark Jackson earlier, but the issue is with Mark Jackson is I heard that he's difficult to deal with as far as on the management side, which is why he doesn't have a job right now. That's what I've heard. But definitely a quality coach. Mike said, no thanks on Kuzma. Okay. Kuzma is just like Middleton, not a section option, but a 2.5 option. I know why you said that. I get you, Pastor Bindo. That's valid. But I think he could turn into being a quality, too, in the right environment with the right coach. He has the skills. I think he could be, he's like a younger Middleton. He went on and hit a 15-game tying game-leading shots and clutch during the 21 championship, tied with only Bron for most clutch buckets in NBA history. That's all cool. That's all cool, but we still got to get younger, and he's our only tradable asset. But I get what you're saying. Brenda said Chris be sliding, fumbling, and falling, bouncing balls off his foot. Exactly. It's not smooth what he does. He's dribbling the ball going high. He loses. I Yeah. I don't want to just bomb on Middleton. Share the stream, y'all. We need all our Bucks fans here. Shout out to David Jones. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Share the live stream. Hit that like button. Okay, Gerard said Kuzma defends well, shoots the 3 at 40%, solid stretch 3-4, and spreads the floor. He usually guards the other team's best players. Okay. Shout out to Gerard. Milo Moss said, no, Green is all Ducks right now. But do you think he could evolve into more? Mr. Cool said, Eliza is correct. You got supporters, Eliza. Young Doka said Bud was soft on players, so why would you want Nurse then? Okay. Fair. Milo Moss said Bradley Beal would be a great fit, but he's injury prone too. He's all street clothes team. That's the problem. Kenny Mack said we were building. We need to start fresh. I agree. Oh, Ernest Davis. He said we need a Tyrese Halliburton type of player. I'm not against that. I'm totally not against that. Great comment. Young Doka said if K-Mid goes to Dallas, will we get Kyrie back? That's what I would want. We need somebody equivalent. We can't give those for all these like utility players and a couple of draft picks that are only good on paper. Kenny Mack said, Brooke, I give him 2 years. Oh, yeah, I would give Brooke a 2-year contract. That's fair. Big Ken 87 said, get Joe out of here, too. Yeah, get Joe out of here. Get Dragic out of here. And low-key, get Crowder out of here. Crowder look washed. Man, hey. My mom said she might be able to get a couple buckets on Crowder. And she was dead serious. My mom called, she's like, I think I can score on Crowder. Dead serious, and that's crazy. That's crazy. He looked very old and slow out there. Travis414 said, at Gerard Tolliver, facts, we haven't been the same since Tucker left. Wow. He brought some necessary toughness. Brandon King Carter said, Marjan is about to go off next season with Giannis. I hope so. Shout out to the super chat. Let me get to the super chat. Shout out to Milwaukee Bucks super chat. $5 appreciated. I heard that Nick Nurse is the Bucks is top prospect. That makes sense, which is why we fired Bud so soon. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Shout out to you. And I believe that's why we fired Bud so fast, because I think we will go after Nick Nurse hard. D-Pride Vomi said Damian Lillard. I don't know. After what he said today, Bucks Nation is a little hot at Dame right now. They're a little hot. Kenny Mack said Lakers not giving him up. They re-signing him. You think so, Kenny Mack? You think they gonna re-sign Rui? Joe Town said if Bucks get Nick Nurse, is anyone from Toronto wanting to play for Milwaukee? Maybe look into the trade scenarios. Good point, Joe Town. Good point. Good point. They might want to play for that old. Good point. Shout out. Ada1 Sleepy Z says shouldn't have traded all those picks for Crowder. Yeah, I know that we could buy picks and do all that, but 5 second-round picks for, yeah, that was a lot. I was a little, like, I didn't think he deserved more than 1, maybe 2 second-round picks for Crowder. He wasn't even playing all year. Why are we giving you 5 draft picks? I still feel a way about that. I know they're second-rounders, but still. Brenda Word would have... Did Crowder get a fair chance, y'all? Does Crowder deserve another year? Do you think he was misused by Bud? Do y'all think he was misused by Bud? That's a fair comment, Brenda. That's a fair comment. Gerard said Lillard contract is crazy. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. He did get the super max. Absolutely, it's crazy. Kenny Max said Van Fleet. Okay, shout out to the super chat. Let me get to the super chats. Daniel Orton with the $1.99 super chat. Your mother is wild. If you know my mom, you would not be surprised by that comment. My mom and me argue all the time because she's a Golden State Warriors fan and I'm a Bucks fan. She's always talking crazy to me. Always saying stuff like that. Trust me. She's wild, bro, for sure. Shout out to Mike Urbanek for the super chat, $4.99. Appreciate it. Appreciate that, bro. I appreciate all y'all support. And to be honest, I put that right back in the channel, buying lights and getting backgrounds and doing all that. So I appreciate all that support. Shout out to y'all. Gerard said, unless another coach can resurrect Crowder. I don't think nobody can resurrect Crowder. They need to give him new knees. I think he's shot worn at this point. Mr. Cool said Crowder was not given much of a chance. Let's not judge him so quickly. That's what we're saying. Do we need to see what Crowder has with another coach? Because he seemed frustrated with his role as well, not getting playing time. Like he said, why would y'all bring me here not to play me? That's fair. That's fair. And then Crowder would have a full off season to get in shape, play with the team, and maybe he can get back to his old form because he is a winner. He is a winner. Oh, my boy Between the Lines made it in the chat. Shout out to Between the Lines. Salute, Amara. We should trade Middleton, Beauchamp for Kuzma, and Gafford. Okay, you came out swinging Between the Lines. Let's give that some more run. What do y'all think about that? Trade Middleton, Beauchamp for Kuzma, and Gafford? That's interesting. Young Doka said Jay deserves another chance. I think he might deserve one more year. I can see that. But that comment right there, this right here what Daniel said, that's my concern. He was getting obliterated on defense, and that's supposed to be his calling card, and he was getting treated out there. My boy Mr. Cool said, hit the like button, people. Please do, y'all. Just hit the like button. It don't cost a thing. Hit that like button, y'all. Appreciate it. Okay, Milwaukee Bucks said, yeah, it was misuse. I feel like that's part of it. Between the Lines said Kuzma's a young, scary scorer, underrated facilitator, and has a clutch gene. I think people sleeping on Kuzma. He would be a great fit. Patricia P said, with better conditioning, I think Crowder will be straight. I do think conditioning and not having basketball legs did have an effect on Crowder and inconsistent playing time. I'm willing to give him one more chance, one more year at an affordable rate with the right coach. I'm willing to give Crowder one more year, y'all. Not Dragic though and Ingles. I could get rid of them. I don't think offseason is gonna help either one of them. Okay, Brenda Word said not Beauchamp. Yeah, I don't like trading Beauchamp either. 7Z said, what has Crowder won? Crowder hasn't specifically won a championship, but he's been perennially in the playoffs. Most teams he's always on go to the playoffs. That's the thing about Crowder. He's a winner. He hasn't won a championship, but he's a winner. Why I say that is because whatever team he is on is always in the postseason. That's the thing with Crowder. He has winning pedigree. Oh, they're going to have to get out you. Hell no. Jimmy Roller said, hell no. Beauchamp isn't going anywhere. Right, we love Beauchamp here, bro. We love Beauchamp. I want Bud to tell us why the hell Crowder wasn't used. He played, 18 seconds? Right. You know what? Bud should do a public exit interview online where we can ask him questions of why he was doing what he was doing. I would love to know why he made certain decisions. I think he owes that to Bucks Nation. He should have some type of town hall meeting. Mr. Cool said, okay, well, it's bedtime. Let's go, Bucks. Shout out to you, Mr. Cool. Appreciate you joining the chat, sir. Kenny Mack said, I really want Ingram. Ingram would be a great fit. Oh, Young Doka coming out with the smoke, said MarJon, most improved player incoming. Could be. Okay, here y'all go. Ernest Davis, I would offer Drew and Grayson and maybe a pick for Halliburton and try to get Jordan Clarkson. Middleton can stay. He won't need as many touches. I don't know if we have enough pieces to make that happen, but that would be great. I don't know if we have enough flexibility to do that. Oh, Brenda, Eagles can go back to Australia and drink beer at the pub. Hilarious. Okay, Gerard Tolver, good comment. This is true. And remember, these new owners are aggressive. You see what they have Deshaun Watson with the Browns. They will spend the bread. That is a great point. They changed the landscape of the NFL quarterback market by giving Deshaun Watson a guaranteed contract where all the money was guaranteed. So maybe they'll do the same here. They'll spend whatever they need to spend to put a winner out here. So that's something to take into consideration too. What is new ownership willing to do? I expect a big jump also in AJ Green. He's a great shooter. Like I said, he can be our Duncan Robinson, Strus, or whatever any of these three-point shooters. I think he's a future great three-point shooter. I see a lot of like a young Steve Kerr in him. Kenny Mack said, I think Crowder should have been lock on Jimmy. Crowder kind of get in the game, though. That's the problem. He wasn't getting in the game, bro. Lee Bruce said the Lakers getting blown out, man. I'm glad they're getting blown out. Good. Get them out of here. Let me see what else in here. David Jonas said, not MarJon. He is dedicated to the team. Let's see what he can achieve under new coach. We're not saying we want to get rid of MarJon. We would have to get some super good compensation for me to be okay with getting rid of MarJon. I just see it in his eyes. He got the drive. He has the will, the determination. He wants to be great. I really think he wants to be great, y'all. Really do. And I would want to keep it. It would be, you'd have to offer some sweet to get Beauchamp, in my opinion. Brenda Word said, hey, Am, I'm on vacation. I'm hanging tonight. Yes, ma'am. Shout out to Brenda. R. Smith 30 said, Allen Crowder and Carter for Ingram. And Adrian Amos. Don't care if he's a football player. I'm serious. Rent him to the Packers for the money we didn't get in the playoffs. I'm dead. Okay, R. Smith, you covering both sports. Shout out to you. Patricia P said at Brenda, yay! Shout out to both of y'all. Patricia and Brenda. Yes, ma'am. Let me make sure I get through everybody here in the chat. Hold on, Gerard, why you say Monty Williams? He got a job right now. You think he gonna get fired? Joe Town said Crowder was misused, gave him the Serge Ibaka treatment, and didn't play him. Bud didn't even play Javon Carter hardly. Carter is one of our... You know what? Shout out to Joe Town. We didn't even talk about Javon Carter. He got no run, and there was no explanation. And he was a key piece in our regular season run. And for him to just be benched next to Thanasis all postseason, I didn't get that, y'all. I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. At all. Great point. Jimmy Roller said, hell no, Beauchamp isn't going anywhere. Beauchamp got a lot of support here, y'all. Beauchamp is definitely a fan favorite. R. Smith said Bucks Nation would forgive Dame pretty quick if he was legitimately in play. Get Allen Ingles, Crowder out of here for Adrian Amos is a two-sport exchange. Renting Amos to the Packers on Sunday. Come on. Yo, I'm so wild sometimes. The later it gets, the more wild y'all get with these comments. Y'all are wild. Let me make sure I get through everybody. Okay, hold on. Four and two times said trade Drew and Grayson for OG and Unobi and Fred Van Fleet and Middleton and Bobby for Brandon Ingram or Herb Jones and Trey Murphy. You guys have some very interesting trades, and none of them are just terrible either. Between the Lines said, y'all sleeping on Kuz. Man, laughing out loud. We all agreed the Bucks need to get younger. Kuz turning 28 this year and is entering his prime. I don't think we're sleeping on Kuz. I think Kuzma has a lot of support in the chat. I think it's split half and half. That people like Kuzma, people don't like Kuzma. But I think Kuzma has a lot of upside between the lines. I agree. I think he has a lot of upside. 801 Sleepy said, get Matthews out of here. Especially if he's not going to play. I like Wes Matthews, but yeah, we can get him out of here. Kenny Mack said, if Phoenix lose, yes, Monty Williams is fired. Would you want Monty Williams? You think that would be an improvement over Bud, though? Is Monty Williams really that much better than Bud, for real? Y'all think so? I don't know. Gerard said they said that Bud had 2 years left on his contract and that it's worth $16 million. They said the Bucks can go after coaches that are already under contract with another team. Really? Okay. That's good to know. That's great to know. Okay. Kenny Mack said Matthews was hurt. He barely played. Would you want to bring back Wes Matthews, yo? Seven Z said terrible trade proposals. The Pels ain't going to trade Ingram unless the Bucks throw away Giannis. Come on, man. That's taking it too far. Now Ingram ain't that cold. He's slightly better than Middleton. It's not that big a gap. He's just a younger player. Brenda said, all I know is Kuzma had it in the ugly pink sweater that cost more than my Equinox. Oh, Gerard, why you? We don't ever talk about getting rid of Thanasis. Thanasis is a package deal with Giannis. We automatically include Thanasis on the roster every year. We're not getting rid of Thanasis. No. They're not gonna do that. Brenda said Matthews is 36 years old. Facts. Young Doka said, I'm not a big fan of Monty, but he's clearly a better coach because he outcoached Bud in the finals. Yeah, we just had Giannis. I agree. Patricia P. Right, at Pasamindo, Thanasis is a staple on the bench. You need some of those bench players, and Thanasis is the perfect bench player. Deep on the bench player. Bruh, Ingram is a beast. No, I agree. But what I'm saying is somebody said to throw Giannis in the trade for the Pels to give him up. I don't think that's necessary. I think Middleton and some pieces and a draft pick would be enough. I don't think he's that much where you're putting him on a level with Giannis. He's not that. He's a very good player. I would love for him to be with Giannis, though. Ingram is a lot better than Middleton, and he's only 25. You think a lot better than Middleton? Like, substantially better than Middleton? Okay. Oh, here y'all come. Damn, my bad. Y'all are going in about Ingram in the chat. Woo! I didn't know he had that many supporters. Aldro said, Karis LeVert can score and we should be able to get him below value. I would love him as a bench player. Great comment, Aldro. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before, but if not, welcome to Bucks Nation. Shout out to you. Hope to see you around more in the live streams, brother. Lee Bruce said, remember what Nurse did when he had great players, though. He was the first to build a wall against Giannis. His defense was elite when he had a star player like Kawhi spearheading it. Great comment, Lee Bruce. Great comment. That's very true. Gerard said, yeah, way better than Middleton. Damn! I didn't know that you... Oh, okay. All right. Maybe I need to watch Ingram a little close. I know he's nice, but I didn't know he was that much better than Middleton. I definitely would want him instead of Middleton, but it's more for the youth and skill, in my opinion. But you guys are clearly saying he is on a whole nother level skill-wise. Yeah, I know Ingram is close to 6'10", so that's fair, Kenny Mack. Ingram taller, and I think he's 6'9". That's fair. That's fair. I follow you. That's fair. Who called somebody a corned beef sandwich? Hold on. Gerard, why you say that, bro? Come on. Middleton is a corned beef sandwich. Is he at least a Jake's corned beef sandwich? Shout out to my Milwaukee residents. Gerard, is he at least a Jake's corned beef sandwich? Or a McBob's corned beef sandwich? Or are we talking about a corned beef sandwich from like a fast food restaurant? I mean, can he at least be a delicatessen? Seth Curry said, I said Seth Curry said. 801 Sleepy said Seth Curry. As a role player, yeah, I'll take him. Patricia P said Laverne is a free agent. Is he? Okay. Gerard said, man, bro, before the injury, Middleton was big dog Robinson 2.0. He ain't been the same since the injury. That's all I'm saying. Maybe he needs time to recover. No, Brendan, why? No. Are you sure? Jake said all that anymore? Really? Oh, no. Oh, no. Really? Brendan, you sure? Don't say that, Brendan. So where's the corned beef spot now? If it ain't Jake's or McBob's, where the corned beef spot at now? Gerard said, I'll give him Jake's with no bread and no pickle. You wild, bro. Come on. Come on. Buck City TV said, May Velma's. I'm going to have to Google that. Gerard, you been there before, the May Velma's? I ain't never heard of that. I might be out of the loop. Kenny Mack said Ingram averaged 23 or 26 points when healthy. But how often is he healthy? He seems a little injury prone as well to be a young player. Okay, Patricia. McBob's says I mess with McBob's heavy. So okay, so McBob's is still cool. Okay. Good looking. Gerard said May Velma's is fire. Alright, I'm gonna check it out. I might check it out this weekend. Daniel Orton said, aw. Y'all are wild. I gotta get out of here though in a minute, y'all. Hold on. Oh, 1 second. Gary Foster said the shop. Gerard said it's on 76 in Appleton. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I gotta get out of here though, y'all. I gotta get up early and handle some business for work. I appreciate all y'all joining. Oh, hold on, my boy Ali Benjamin came into the chat. Let me shout out him first before I get up out of here. Ali Benjamin, what's good? Amara, is this confirmed or just rumors? It's rumors that this is really likely. This is what is being proposed. What we're asking is this a reasonable trade? And I think most of the chat is going to say they would not do this trade. They would not do this trade. We're gonna have to talk about this next live about this corned beef, because now it's a whole lot of action going on in the chat talking about corned beef sandwiches. Shout out to Brenda. Okay, Buck City TV said Benji's got the best corned beef. Okay. Kenny Mack said, but who you got as a good Bucks coach? I said Sam Cassell, Nate McMillan, Nick Nurse, Tyronn Lue right now. That's what I'm looking at right now. But I'm going to have to get up out of here, y'all. I'll be going live probably within the next couple of days so we can continue chatting about this, and maybe some more Bucks news will come up. And, dude, come on. Let me get these last couple off. Patricia P said, I'm hungry. R. Smith said, Allen, Ingles, and Crowder for God of War, Ragnarok, and a po' boy sandwich. You see it? You see what you got started, Gerard? Now everybody taking off on people with sandwiches. Come on, man. Brenda said she heard about Benji's. Pastor Mendo said, I'm so lost with this corned beef talk. Yo, wow. We gonna have to continue this, y'all. Oh, I love talking to y'all. Do y'all see why we collaborate like this and why we need to talk? Look how these conversations go. All this information, all this talk for Bucks Nation. This is the best chat on the internet. You want the Bucks news? You want to talk to some of the smartest Bucks fans around? This is where you need to be. Look at the intelligence in this chat. Look at the comment section. From the Bucks to corned beef sandwiches, where you can get everything you need when we go live here on Amara's Logic. For real, for real. Shout out to the chat. Y'all are wild. Love all y'all. I'm Amber. This is Amara's Logic. This is just us talking about breaking Bucks news. Milwaukee Bucks have fired head coach Mike Budenholzer, which was well-deserved. And we'll see what happens next. And I'm going to keep y'all abreast of what's going on. And we'll be chopping it up in a few days. Comment, like, subscribe, share the electrifying content with the people. And I'll see my people soon. Shout out to the chat. Gone.